Welcome to Massive Late Fee. And now your hosts, Mark and Carol. Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to Massive Late Fee. My name is Mark. With me as always is my preoccupied girlfriend, Carol. How you doing today, Carol?
Hey, what's up?
Not much. It's been a good week here. It is May 31st, 1997.
It is that.
Next time we do a show, it will be June.
Yep. Summer's almost going to be here.
That's right. Summer's almost going to be here. I would say that Memorial Day is the official beginning of summer.
But it's not.
Or the unofficial beginning
there
of
you
summer. Go. What would you say?
I don't know, June 21st or whatever.
So you're a by-the-book person. Quick programming note for everyone out there. There will be no Slayer talk. There'll be no Slayer talk this week because Buffy the Vampire Slayer obviously is on hiatus for the summer.
Mm-hmm.
So in the fall, we will be back with more Buffy, hopefully.
Hopefully.
I believe they're going to renew it. I've heard rumblings, so
we shall see.
You'll see.
You got to stay on top of those like TV Guide articles.
Yeah. But it's been a hot one.
Yeah, it has. It was 91 today.
91.
Too hot.
Where we are. Too hot to handle.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of too hot, Carol, we watched a movie that was too cold.
It was awful.
But first, I've got a surprise for you. So I had a surprise for you for your birthday. And we watched a movie that was all about love, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Terrible movie.
I figured it was time for some massive love.
Yay.
Carol.
Yes.
Gay white male, 32. Seeks male.
Obviously.
Makes sense. 25 to 35. To help me celebrate my birthday. Please reply at once. So, no... He doesn't want a relationship. Just wants a dude to help celebrate his birthday.
That's interesting.
So get your replies in there quickly, everyone. Please reply
hop on that
once.
Birthday party train.
Oh my God. Hop on what?
That birthday party train.
Oh, okay.
Can you imagine being so lonely that you're putting out a personal ad asking people to celebrate your birthday with you?
Just your birthday.
Like, that's really sad.
You gotta be gay, though.
Well, yeah, because he wants to do butt stuff, but that's how he wants to celebrate his birthday. Maybe that's why he has to put the ad out, because
oh my God.
He has friends, but they don't want to do butt stuff.
Oh, my God.
What? It's true.
Oh, yeah, you think so. That's your opinion.
Yeah.
Okay, how about this one? Gorgeous, lightly arrogant.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Single black female, 4'11", 125 pounds, seeking very intimate friendship with someone who enjoys music, travel, and kisses. No pretenders or games.
So she didn't specify, if you notice, gender.
No. She is lightly arrogant, though.
That's funny. Well, she also said she's gorgeous, so I guess there's your proof.
Right. Gorgeous, lightly arrogant, so maybe she's just very pretty. No pretenders, so sorry.
What does that even mean?
Sorry, 1950s harmonizing group The Pretenders. You're not invited. 4'11", 125 pounds.
So she's tiny.
Yeah. Very intimate relationship. Yeah, like you said, with someone. Now, I do believe this is in the female seeking male.
Okay, so I guess she doesn't have to specify.
So.
Lightly arrogant. How can somebody be lightly arrogant?
Well, that's my question.
What's heavily arrogant?
Well, I think we all know heavily arrogant.
Yeah, like Gaston.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's everyone's example is Gaston from Beauty and the Beast.
It's mine.
Oh.
I don't know. Maybe lightly arrogant is when you want to make people...
I'm especially good at expectorating. You know.
Right.
Crazy old Maurice.
I do know. That's why I said it.
Yeah. I just wanted to interrupt you.
Good for you.
Can't be an episode without me interrupting. How about an attractive married couple? Very clean, very discreet. Macomb County area, not that discreet. Wife seeking by female, 45 to 50. He will be part of the fun. Get ready. What the fuck?
45 to 50.
And what? I don't understand the situation here.
It's a very tight age range.
Yeah. Yeah, agreed.
He will be part of the fun. Okay,
Yeah, so they're very attractive, very clean, very discreet.
How old are they?
They're in Macomb County, no idea. The wife is seeking a bi female.
Right.
So the wife wants a
The
female.
wife's going to do her while the husband does the wife.
Okay, but he will be part of the fun. What does that mean?
He's going to do the wife.
No, I thought that... Okay, wait.
They're going to have a menage.
What's the husband going to do? Just watch?
The wife. I'm telling you. Like, he can do the wife while the wife is doing the lady.
Okay. Oh.
What do you not understand?
Okay, so
Do you need me to draw you a picture?
Yeah, will you?
I'll show you with some dolls. Like,
Yeah, get the 90210 dolls out. Or get Midge and what's his name?
Alan.
Midge, Alan, and Barbie. Okay, so I thought that this couple was looking for another couple,
no.
but they're just looking for a woman,
Yeah.
a bi female.
A bi female.
Got you.
Now, because she's bi, maybe she'd be doing stuff with the husband too, but
Well, he'll be part of the fun. We know that. That's been established.
right.
Okay, so I thought they were looking for. I was wondering what the other guy was going to do,
Oh, okay. That's where
but
the
there is no
confusion-
other guy.
Right. It's a human centipede.
What the fuck? That sounds awful. Oh my god. Ugh. Way to take something nice and make
Right.
it sound terrible. Single white female, 43, looking for someone to be entertained by.
Oh my god. No pressure. Entertain me though.
So, is she looking for a magician?
Right?
Like, is she looking for a stand-up comedian?
Apparently.
Like, oh, they go on the day. What's the deal
Okay, Jerry.
with personal ads?
I don't know.
They never get personal.
I couldn't respond to that ad though, because if I felt like somebody wanted to be entertained, that's insane pressure.
Again, she doesn't even it's like no stats at all. No age range, nothing. She just wants to be entertained.
Yeah. Just call her up and tell her some knock knock jokes.
You know what is good for that? A television.
Right? There you go.
What the fuck, lady? Entertain me. All right. Pleasing to the eyes, gentle on the ears, sweet to the nose, soft to the touch. This is a fucking.
Are you tasty?
This is a riddle.
We've already done 4 sentences. Does she talk about how she tastes?
Let's see. Pleasing to the eyes, gentle on the ears, sweet to the nose, soft to the touch. Pretty single black female, 42, 6 foot plus, thoughtful, considerate white male for ...
She must taste awful.
This.
Well, I mean, why would she focus on all the other senses and not talk about her
Pleasing to the
wonderful...
eyes, gentle on the ears, sweet to the nose, soft to the touch, tastes like low tide.
Right?
Oh my god. Yeah. So this is a riddle.
I guess.
What's she seeking this white male for? ...
You know.
No, I don't. I'm asking you. What do you think?
I think she thinks that you know.
Well, I guess she's not going to get me then. Because she didn't specify.
I don't know. She's just trying to save some money on the words.
She put 3 ellipses
fill
in
in
there.
the blank. She's
She
seeking
could
you
have
for
just
whatever
said
you want.
sex. That's the same amount of characters.
Yeah, but not the same element. Like, you're going to get some other people responding to an ad that specifically says sex. And I think they would force her to put that ad in, like, alternative lifestyles or something.
Maybe. Are you a sensual, adventurous, hot, hungry female?
Yes.
Are you lost in the desert?
It's one of Brandon's women.
I'm hot and hungry. Please help me. I guess that would be, easy pickings. Are you a sensual, adventurous, hot, hungry female? This successful, sharp, single white male wants to connect. Buy okay! With an exclamation point.
Wow. Glad to know.
Wow. Why specify that? If she's looking for a guy, then she'll respond anyway, right?
Because he wants a bi female, but he doesn't want to come out and say he wants a bi female
Bi
because
okay.
he wants a menage.
You think so? Mm-hmm. Do you feel like, as a bi woman, that in your past you've been contacted by men that only want that?
Well, not
Are interested in that because of your status?
Not specifically contacted by, because it's not like I took out some kind of ad or wear some kind of shirt that or badge or something, but I was
It says "buy okay" on your shirt.
right. I was
Buy question mark okay.
I was dating a dude who kept talking about wanting to have threesomes with my friends, so
Yeah.
it was really annoying.
That's cool.
No,
Oh, that's not cool.
it was not cool. And, like, he thought that just gave him permission to be a jerk. And, like, he literally kissed some other girl while he was holding my hand. Was that his attempt to start something? I don't know, but it just pissed me off.
Wow.
Yeah.
You gotta love guys.
Nope. I love you, though. The rest of them, no.
Agreed. Every other guy besides me is trash.
All of them.
Speaking of trash, though, we watched a movie.
Yeah.
And that movie's name was Till There Was You.
It was one of the most frustrating movies I've ever watched.
Yeah. It's named after a song in a much better movie, The Music Man.
Was that by the Beatles, too? Because the Beatles... Yeah? That's The Music Man? Is
No. So the Beatles did a cover of that song. The Beatles famously did a cover of Till There Was You.
Okay.
But yeah, that's there were bells on a hill, but I never heard them ringing. No, I never heard them at all till there was you.
I don't think I've ever heard this song.
Shirley Jones from The Music Man.
I mean, I guess I have because I've seen The Music Man, but I don't remember the song.
Shirley Jones, by the way, who is also in the Partridge Family, which is the Sarah Jessica Parker. It's like a mishmatch between the Partridge Family and
The Brady Bunch.
I assume.
Yeah.
That's not groovy. Not groovy, this movie.
So, yeah, Sarah Jessica Parker was in another movie we saw recently.
First Wives Club?
Yes. Is that the one?
Well, she was in the First Wives Club.
I know she was, but I think there was another one. I'm not sure, though.
Hocus Pocus, about 5 years ago.
I guess.
4 years ago, something like that.
And then the I haven't really seen too many things that the main lady was in. That Janine Triplehorn.
She was in, I believe, Intersection, which was like the second movie we did, or the first. I think the first movie we did, the first proper movie we did. I believe Intersection. Terrible Richard Gere movie.
She reminds me. Maybe she only does terrible movies. She reminds me of my mom's old Barbie doll. Like. The way that her face is, it's weird. It's like she's got these super high, like I guess she looks kind of like a model. She's got these like super high cheekbones.
Uh-huh.
But it's just like the way her hair is and her giant eyes, like she just looks exactly like this doll.
Wow. Interesting. I don't remember a Barbie doll that was modeled after Janine Triplehorn.
No, I think Janine Triplehorn was modeled after the Barbie doll.
You think her parents specifically engineered to make her out of a Barbie doll? Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha. Or maybe she got plastic surgery.
Oh.
She just brought that doll and was like, make me look like this.
Oh, I saw I saw a special on TV one time about this lady who did have a bunch of plastic surgery to make her look like Barbie.
Oh, ribs
and she
removed,
looked awful.
stuff like that. Yeah, plastic surgeries doesn't look good usually.
No. Her lips were big, her boobs were big, like everything was big and out of proportion.
So far you're not selling me that she look bad.
They were too big.
Yeah. Well, the proportions of a Barbie doll wouldn't be good on a human.
No.
They look good in plastic, I guess. It's not built to be realistic, I don't think.
No.
It's built for when you put the Barbie clothes over them. It's like, oh, it looks good in these clothes.
Right.
But as a doll, but I don't think a human would look good like that.
Well, I think that if they had like a to-scale Barbie, she'd be like 7 feet tall or something.
Yeah. Well, even if you just took the ratio of the length of the legs, length of the torso, size of the chest, all that stuff, waist size, I don't think you'd look good.
I think her butt's too small in comparison to her breasts.
Well, that was 60s, right? And
lean forward.
Should tip over.
Yeah.
That was the 60s, so, the flat butts were in the 60s.
Ah. That makes sense.
People are like more rounded butts now, I think.
Yeah.
A little bit, anyway. That Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah, she has a giant butt.
Yeah. Anyway. Back to Janine Triplehorn.
So she's pretty.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, she's nice looking, whatever.
I think it's hilarious that Jennifer Aniston is in the movie for about 5 seconds, and she's all over the marketing of this. Because she's popular.
A big star.
She's popular on Friends.
Right. Yeah, she's barely in the movie. And the thing is, like, her character in the movie, the whole movie could have existed without it.
Oh, yeah.
There were several things in the movie that didn't really matter. Mm-hmm. And it was really annoying. And the whole point of this movie was, like, you start out... First of all, it's confusing because you're trying to figure out what the hell's going on. Because they're going back and forth between a little boy and a little girl. Mm-hmm. And, like, slowly they're growing up and they're still just going back and forth. But they never meet.
Yeah.
And they never meet.
They don't meet till the end of the
very, very end of the movie.
That's the one thing that I think is interesting about the movie. Is that it's a romantic comedy where it's all set up. It's all us learning about who these people are as individuals, so that when they finally come together, we're like, yeah, they fit. Except they don't.
You don't think so?
They don't show us. I mean, first of all, I don't feel like we truly got to know these characters. I feel like we got to know situations they're in. And we got to know a little bit about their families and things like that. But I don't feel like I really know, what's his name? Dylan McDermott? What's his name?
I don't know.
Whatever, the actor.
Tom?
No, whatever the actor's name is.
Oh, I don't know.
And I don't feel like I really got to know Janine Triplehorn. I mean, maybe her a little bit more than him.
Yeah, I feel like we know her character.
But, and I don't, like, what about them matches?
His character is harder to know because he lies.
Well, yeah, one thing that we know about him is he's a fucking liar.
Yeah. And, I mean, honestly, yeah, I don't know what about him and her really match. You're right. Like, he's kind of shallow and surface, and she's much deeper. But, like, she wrote that poem in college, and he found it and kept it. So, I mean, that's something. I think he kept it. Like, his girlfriend saw that he had it or whatever, and I thought that was going to cause a fight.
Right.
But it didn't. So, I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird because they both date other people, and like I said, I think that's an interesting idea for a romantic comedy, where the two never actually meet until the end of the movie, and it's all, let's learn about these people and see how each one exemplifies things that the other one needs in their life. So when we come together, we're like, okay, great. And then when they have the denouement, when, they have, a family or whatever, then that makes sense. But it just fails to me. Like, the whole thing just kind of falls flat on its face. And I think that's all this is story structure. It's an interesting story structure. And that's it. They didn't put any more thought into anything else besides how do we want to structure our story.
Yeah, well, I mean, one of the things that ties the two characters together is that Sarah Jessica Parker's character, Taffy.
Right.
Or whatever her other name was. I don't even know.
Yeah, Taffy was her fictional name on the Brady Bunch-like show that she was on.
Yeah. And then everybody kept eating in the restaurant that he designed. That was terrible.
And everyone kept talking about how they saw Ice Cube there. Who's the fuck?
Well, didn't he put that in the description or something in the paper or whatever?
Yeah, I guess. I like Ice Cube, but I mean, come on.
I think nobody saw Ice Cube there. I think he just put it in there, and then everybody was trying to claim it. That, oh, yeah, I saw him because somebody said he was there. So.
Oh, maybe.
But
you might be right. It's like one of those things where, there's a, like a miraculous sports moment, and everyone's like, oh, yeah, I was in the stadium for that, and years later. And if everyone had been in the stadium for it, there would have been 400,000 people in the stadium. One of those situations. Maybe you could be right. That's interesting. I like to call this, instead of calling it Till There Was You, I like to call this Coincidence the Movie. Because there are too many coincidences.
Yeah.
It stretches the suspension of disbelief until it breaks. Because we've got... This is Los Angeles, by the way.
Yeah, it's
one of the largest cities in the world.
Right.
And it's like, they bumped into each other when they were kids. They went to the same elementary school. Then she bumped...
Did they?
Yes.
But what about so he was the other kid?
Yes.
Okay, because she was obsessed with this one guy from second grade that's not him. So,
right.
Yeah.
Who ended up becoming on the city council. And he plays a role in the movie later as well.
Yeah.
Then in college, he almost dropped something on her.
No, he did drop something on her, right out the window on her head.
And they have a chance encounter there then, but they don't really talk to each other. She just yells up at him. And he's talking to his professor, this famous architect or whatever. Then years later, Taffy, who they both watched on TV, and she's the ghostwriter for her, and he's dating her because her building she's selling to them and wants him to tear it down and design whatever new building is going to go there. But it's the housing complex or whatever apartment complex that Janine Triplehorn moves into while she's ghostwriting this thing.
And she moves into it because she almost gets in a car accident and then runs into somebody from the poetry class.
Gets into a car accident because the real estate agent that she's using to find a place is dating the main guy.
Yeah.
And he's breaking up with her on the phone while she's in the car and she's not paying attention.
Yeah.
Then she meets the poetry guy thing, goes through all his stuff. He used to live in that apartment complex. So she moves into that apartment complex. And the guy that she was obsessed with in the second grade that was with the other guy that bumped into is on the city council and in charge of the decision of whether or not this place is going to get torn down or not.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck?
It's a very small world in a very big city.
This should take place in nowhere, Indiana. Instead of Los Angeles, California.
But if it took place in nowhere, Indiana, they would definitely have run into each other. There's no way to keep them apart.
But they did anyway.
Not until the end of the movie.
No, what I'm saying, but they had these chance encounters even though they didn't talk to each other. Yeah, I mean, I guess, but you can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't say Los Angeles is such a huge city that they don't actually meet until the end of the movie when they're in Nicotine's Anonymous or whatever, which I don't even know if that exists.
Probably in LA where they're all healthy.
But it's also so small that all these coincidences pile up. It's too much.
Yeah.
It's too much.
And in the beginning, it was too confusing. Even trying to figure out what movie am I watching and how are all these characters related. It didn't really start to solidify until they were adults.
And I don't understand, like, her mom tells this story about how in love she is with her dad and all this shit and everything, and and what a great relationship they have. And then the guy from LA Law, who's her dad, is like, oh yeah, I never loved your mother.
Well, okay.
What the fuck is that?
That was to show, like, what made her such a romantic was, her parents' story. Mm-hmm. And then she gets her heart trampled. And then she gets her heart trampled. And then she gets her heart trampled again. I mean, that's just...
It's unnecessary to me.
Yeah. Yeah, it didn't really change anything.
I mean, if she... Let's say that was the story. We heard it. And she was super romantic. And then she has that scene with the dad. And the dad tells her that. And that changes her entire life. She's like, fuck this. I don't even want to look for a guy anymore. I'm just going to be alone. Be a cat lady or whatever. Mm-hmm. She pours her life into trying to save this thing. Whatever. And then she meets the guy. You know what I mean? Like, he turns things around. He has, something where he's like closed off, but maybe then he gets opened up to the possibility of being romantic mm-hmm. for whatever reason. Maybe something to do with his parents. They touch on his parents a little bit. What's her name? Marion Ravencroft or whatever from the Raiders of the Lost Ark's in here, right? As her mom, his mom. But that doesn't really get fleshed out. All that we know is she has a piano and he wants to get a piano.
And he never does. Well, I guess he can have hers when they end up together. Yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. And it's like, is that supposed to be what...
Is that the "you complete me" thing?
I guess. It doesn't make any sense.
Because he never bought a piano because they couldn't have two pianos. That would be weird. So he kept putting it off.
Dueling pianos.
He just kept putting it off his whole life.
They both took piano lessons, I think.
Yeah. Oh.
But it's just weird. And like I said, way too many coincidences. And I think, to me, I didn't really love the performances either. And by the way, whoever wrote this is fucking obsessed with smoking.
Right? Yeah.
This is someone that quit smoking and is trying to fucking vicariously live through these characters.
And the fact that they meet in the smoking thing is kind of upsetting because, like, I think it would have been perfect if they had met because the old lady died.
Yeah.
And they both show up at her funeral or her apartment or whatever. Because they both had a relationship with her, too, and they both cared about her. But that's not what brings them together. So that's another thing of, like, okay, so why do they both care about her?
And she's got a tragic story, too, about, like, love. Like, her story is a more interesting story than the story we're watching.
Well, I wouldn't say that. It's sad. I don't know about interesting.
But it's like, I don't understand what they're trying to tell us about love in this movie. I don't understand it.
I mean, I guess she got what her parents didn't have.
Yeah, she got the story, but it's true, not a lie.
Yeah, but
he lies all the time. So who in the fuck
knows
what he tells everybody?
Right? Maybe in 35 years he'll be like, I never loved you.
Right? Exactly. Who knows? I always wanted Sarah Jessica Parker.
Yeah.
He just wants what he can't have.
I don't know. It's a very weird movie. I mean, I did get a little teary with the old lady.
Yeah, but that's pretty simple emotional manipulation, I think.
I kind of wish that I lived in an apartment complex like that, though. Doesn't seem so cool.
Well, yeah, it seems fun to have people that actually care about you and friends and stuff.
Well, and it's like a beautiful courtyard they all share.
To watch you have a good night kiss with your date. And
that was weird, yeah.
All be staring at you.
I don't know.
Did you think it was weird that she kept her cigarettes in that little cubby or whatever and outside in the courtyard? And fucking dude just comes up and takes a pack of cigarettes that are not his.
Yes.
Takes a cigarette out there. He's about to light it.
I would not do that.
What the fuck is that?
Was he trying to quit the whole movie or something?
I don't know.
Why didn't he just have his own cigarettes?
How do you know that those cigarettes weren't dipped in LSD?
Well, you don't.
Or peyote or
That's
something.
half the fun. The mystery cigarette.
Mescaline.
You never know.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
No, I didn't like it either. It was too... There was too much going on. It was too confusing. And in the end, most of what was going on that was confusing didn't even matter.
It's a jumbled mess of a movie.
Yeah.
Like I said, the story structure is good. Or interesting, anyway. An interesting way to structure a romantic comedy.
Different.
But the parts, the actual filling in, awful.
Yeah.
And way too many. Like, this is Charles Dickens on steroids as far as coincidences go. It's no good.
Yeah, it was a lot.
I would not recommend it. Don't expect to see Jennifer Aniston in it. Because she's not.
Yeah, she's only in it very, very briefly.
And it's just not... To me, it's not interesting. It's not funny. There is nothing... It's supposed to be a romantic comedy.
Yeah, I never laughed.
There is no comedy to it.
Not one time did I laugh in this movie.
And there's not much romance in it either, to be honest with you.
I agree. It's a weird movie that's not worth your time.
It's a fight for a building.
Yeah.
Which ultimately proves fruitless.
Yeah, because the building fucking gets torn down.
Yeah, but they've got a daughter, so...
Yeah, she's telling her daughter at the end of the movie, oh, the law front... What was it called?
What happened to the building, Mama?
What was it called? La
Fortuna.
La Fortuna doesn't exist anymore, but we have you.
Yeah, they tore the fucking building down.
Like, why'd they have to tear it down?
I don't know.
Couldn't something have worked out besides their relationship? Like, nothing in this movie worked out except for that.
Fucking nothing can work out. Everyone they knew died. Yeah, I don't get it. And then Jennifer Aniston's got a husband and, like...
And he's always in the car.
She's a doctor or he's a doctor.
She's a surgeon.
Yeah, she's a surgeon and... Like, they supposedly have this great relationship and they've got kids and stuff like that, but maybe her relationship isn't so great.
Well, it's obvious that it's not.
So, but yeah, like, what's the point of that? Like, I don't understand. Like, if you want to show different types of relationships and how different types of relationships don't work out or different ways that relationships fail so that you can juxtapose them with this relationship that you... ultimately you're going to say this is the way relationships work out or whatever, then you need to flesh that out more.
Yeah.
This movie is all trickery and no actual substance.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't recommend it.
Yeah, do not see this movie.
No. Well, that is the episode, Carol. They don't want to see the movie, but tell them what they can do.
You can write us at latefee1994@AOL.com.
Yeah, we'd love to hear from you.
Check out our website at www.retrolatefee.com.
We'd love to see you there.
And tell your friends.
Yeah. We'd love to meet them. All right, we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.